Tonight on BCN Weekly Report, in this week's special report, Affirming the Heart of Berea. President Cheryl Nixon goes on a listening tour, hearing students' concerns about Berea to create future improvements, also plans to make Woods Penn a student union center. Reporter Matt Carmack speaks to the SGA president about achieving this goal. And the Spoon Bread Festival last weekend was a hit. Amaya Weekly recaps the event. Plus, what's lurking in the basement of Mac. And Cisneros shows the snakes and turtles that live in the herpetarium. All this and more coming up soon, tonight on BCN Weekly Report.
Live from Berea, Kentucky, enjoy this week's episode of BCN Weekly Report.
Good evening. Welcome to this episode of BCN Weekly Report. My name is Michael Harmon III. Have you ever felt unseen here at Berea or just looking for a place to vent your concerns and ideas for the college? President Nixon is giving students the opportunity to do just that through her ambitious campaign, lovingly dubbed Affirming the Heart of Berea, the listening tour. With this, our president hopes to better understand the climate of Berea, campus, and more importantly, the students who make up the community. The goal is to bring students together and have interactive questions and topics that will change twice a month through the months of September through November. With some of these brainstorming events already happening, President Nixon is looking forward to future events and is inviting students to enjoy lunch and fellowship while presenting valuable input that will help build the community of Berea and address any concerns students may have. With roughly 20 more sessions left throughout the semester, students are encouraged to sign up to reserve their spot. Note, each session has a limit of 12 students, and any student interested can find the application to attend each event on the listening tour website. A link has been provided via email from President Nixon herself. We look forward to the results of this campaign and its continued success in the future. In other news, a place where students can go when they aren't working or in class, BereaCollege admin is working towards creating a student union center in Woods Penn. Reporter Matt Carmack with more.
Believe it or not, but there are rumors that the Woods Penn building that we all know and love is set to become a student union center. With the opening of CMIT and renovations to Edwards, the spaces that currently reside are planned to be moved to allow for an exclusive student center. We can already see proof of this with CPO now at Stevenson. I spoke to SGA Executive President Lily Barnett, who tells me that alumni was originally supposed to be a student union center, but due to limited spaces on campus, it was halted.
There's not a proper timeline, but I've heard a couple of years, so it is going to be beyond the time of juniors and seniors. I don't think we're going to see it.
Sure, building a student union center sounds like a great idea, but what about logistics? Where are things like the CIE or public safety supposed to go? Lily tells me that public safety is planned to be moved inside the current ISNS area. This will work out as ISNS is set to move to the first floor of CMIT.
Then they could be knocking out walls, making some rooms that are smaller, larger, depending on like the need of what the space is going to be. So it will be like a full-on like renovation process, probably painting of walls. They've been asking what students vision in a room.
The actual planning of the new spaces is still in the air. On the first day of class, the student leaders on campus had a meeting at the Boone Tavern to discuss what students actually wanted in the area. Discussions like study spaces, comfy furniture, air hockey, student meeting spaces, etc. There really isn't any more information. Where to move the Center for International Education and the common spaces are still to be determined.
Right now, I wouldn't have a lot of expectations as what's going to be in there because ultimately it's going to be decided by students. So in the upcoming semester and even next semester, you're going to see a lot of opportunities for students to come and give their opinions on what they want and need in a student center, because ultimately we can't copy another college's student center because BereaCollege students have very unique needs and wants. And so we're going to have focus groups, we're going to have surveys, because we really want to hear what students want for that space, because it's ultimately their space.
Even though this plan is certainly in action, students can expect years of renovation before seeing any results. Reporting from Woods Pen, Mac Carmack, BCN Weekly Report.
Thanks, Mac. We'll be back with more news after this short break.
Looking for a fun summer labor position? Join Christian Appalachian Project as a counselor at one of their beautiful summer camps in eastern Kentucky. Inspire and mentor children living in poverty while enjoying kayaking, arts and crafts, basketball, swimming, and other fun activities. You also qualify for an AmeriCorps Education Award on top of your regular paycheck. Text Emily at 606-386-0002 to get started. Your perfect summer awaits.
From beginnings to finish lines, from rehab to performance, from first steps to giant leaps, you are strong. Good Samaritan, your teammate in life, your partner in health.
I want to be a contender. I want a warm belly to sleep on.
A big house. How do I look? Do I look good?
I want to play hard.
My nails done once a month.
I want a home. I just want a home. I want someone to love.
Last year, more than 30,000 companion animals came to us without homes. 20,000 of them were felines. Let's make some homes together.
Thanks for staying with us. The Spoon Bread Festival was last weekend and was an event to bring BereaCollege's students and the community together. Reporter Amaya Weekly attended the festival and recaps the event.
The Spoonbread Festival has made its round this year, with many forms of fun and festivities for people of all ages to enjoy. The Spoonbread Festival takes place on the third weekend of September every year in Berea. This year kicked off with the hot air balloon glows with food stands on Friday, September 15th, and continued on to Saturday and Sunday with various vendors, performances, food, and rides for the Berea community to enjoy. Organized by the City of Berea Chamber of Commerce, community members had the ability to apply to become a Spoonbread Festival vendor, setting up tables, tents, and booths, and selling items such as jewelry, face paintings, soaps, decorations, food, and much more. Last year's Spoonbread Festival topped the number of vendors for this event, and it seems that the community coming together made for a great weekend of fun and entertainment. The weekend activities took place at Memorial Park on Jefferson Street, and admission into the activities was free for all who attended. A good turnout and great weather proved success for this year's 2023 Spoonbread Festival. This is all we have for now. Reporting from the studio for BCN Weekly Report, this was Amaya Weekly. Back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Amaya. The basement of the Mac houses different animals, sanctuaries like the Herpetarium or Vivarium. The Herpetarium houses different snakes and turtles. Reporter Ann Cisneros visits and reviews how you can see these snakes for yourself.
The Herpetarium opened up for the fall semester by announcing their new open hours. With the return of these cute snakes and turtle, here's what the Herpetarium had to say about its facility.
So we have about over 100 snakes, and we also have a turtle. We do daily cleanings. We always make sure that their enclosures are secured, that they are always provided with enough food and water, and each individual has their own necessary needs. So, of course, some of the older snakes have different health conditions, so we always try to make sure to provide each snake with the essential things that they need. Mm-hmm. As much as I do love all of the snakes here, I do tend to gravitate towards two snakes specifically. I like Truffle. He's one of our Western hognose snakes. He's typically a fan favorite. But another one that I really adore is Chiquita. She's actually one of our black-tailed cribbos, and she's a really big girl, so don't let her name fool you. The Herpetarium is in MAC 140. We have open hours Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. On Mondays, we have them from 1:30 to 4:30, Tuesdays 3 to 5, Fridays 1 to 3, and Sundays 12 to 1.
The Herpetarium is open for students, staff, and faculty. For any updates, check their Instagram at Berea Herpetarium. Reporting from the Mac Building, Ann Cisneros, BereaCollege News Weekly Report.
Take the time and see these snakes for yourself this semester. On behalf of our news team, thank you for watching BCN Weekly Report. I'm Michael Harmon III. For more coverage, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at BereaCollege News and Radio. And watch our show online at www.bcnewsradio.com. We'll see you next week. Good night. you.